My question is, do you feel that a woman who intentionally gets pregnant just to trap a man should get full child support, or if there should be some kind of punishment?
Wow.
Ooh, wow.
That's
Whoa.
like a serious question.
Those words don't even sound right.
First of all, I don't know no man that can really be trapped, okay? Stop using these excuses.
Yeah. Shouldn't let the child suffer because of it, meaning what if that lady truly needs, child support?
Yeah.
Right.
And things happen.
Yeah.
Our favorite daytime talk show is back. And we have a new host.
Please welcome the newest member of our family, the new co-host of The Real, Amanda Steele.
Adrienne Bailon has lost weight.
So, Tim, would you ever say that, sometimes I can talk a lot? Would you ever say that? So you'll be the bowl, and I'm not gonna lie, I would eat cereal out of your mouth.
Oh, well, thank you.
We have women who clap between every word.
Constantly dating men who can't get their life together that needed clap emojis in between.
We have women who hate doing the dishes.
Washing dishes, I just don't like doing it.
Really?
It's so annoying.
And we can still keep it real.
But let's keep it real here.
So I want to use this video as a chance to point out politically why things are the way they are. There's an old quote that goes roughly like this: every nation gets the government it deserves. This thought is why I don't spend too much time focusing on politics, whether that's personally or even on this channel, because politics don't matter. It doesn't matter who the president is. It doesn't matter who's in Congress. It doesn't matter what political party is in power. If the nation is full of bad people, then the government will be corrupt. If the nation is full of good people, then the government, or preferably lack thereof, will be good. That's why social engineers spend so much time breaking down the family. That's why they prop up single motherhood. That's why they prop up welfare. That's why they prop up recreational drug use. And that's why they are trying to kill morality. All of those things turn people into bad people, and bad people don't say anything when the government is corrupt. Bad people are all for the government when it does evil things that they like. Bad people in general don't mind immoral behavior as long as it helps them. For example,
Red Lobster was definitely trending just last night, and you're not going to believe why. So Twitter user Robles Tiona posted a recent argument she had with her man after he got angry that she wouldn't take him to Red Lobster. Check it out. So she offered to cook for him because she didn't have a lot of money, but he made it very clear that he only wanted Red Lobster. And if that she wasn't willing to treat him to Red Lobster, that she's not on his level and that a king shouldn't have to lower his standard. A true king would take his queen to Red Lobster and pay for the meal if he wanted to go that badly.
when oh when are people going to point the finger at themselves first when they describe a behavior they don't like? How many more women than men would this describe if I replaced he with she and king with queen? Most people are going to do what they can get away with. The reason women can get away with this behavior more often than men is because they have more sexual marketplace value. Men are attracted to most women, but most women are only attracted to the top men. That mindset leads to a power imbalance that heavily favors women. They can treat you like shit because if it doesn't work out with you, then tomorrow they'll just find some other guy who's begging to give them free stuff.
No, that's because he broke. See, this is a classic broke dude that is trying to use reverse psychology to make you feel bad because he broke.
Thank you, Lonnie, for describing women's behavior so accurately. Now, if there is a situation where the roles are reversed, then there's a reason for that. Women don't support broke men. Women don't buy men food on dates or pay their bills. Maybe they do it like once in a blue moon, but if there's a chick who is consistently offering to pay for things, then there's a reason for that. Now guys, this is a picture of Mr. Red Lobster's girlfriend, Tiona. Tiona is the one on the right with the long yellow claws. Now, judging by this picture, can you guess why she would date a man who is mad at her because she refuses to pay for Red Lobster? How about this photo? Does this explain it? Yet while claiming to help Tiona during the segment, the cast members of The Real fail to point out the obvious, which is that if she wants access to better partners and to not die in 10 years, then she should just lose weight. They also don't mention another obvious point, which is that women stamp their feet and pout like this to men all the time. How many women expect by default that a man has to pay for the date despite the fact that she has a job? How many women would get pissed if they were taken to McDonald's on a date instead of a fancy restaurant? I mean, they laugh at the guy for being broke. Really? How many broke women in $50,000 of credit card debt act exactly like this? It's only bad when men do it. It's only bad when the behavior doesn't benefit women. Look at how delusional this Tiona chick is. In a tweet, she says, "Let me also add, I know my worth. I know I'm a good-ass woman, and someday the energy I give will be reciprocated." Interesting choice of words here. I hate to break it to you, but it's already been reciprocated. You complain that this guy treats you like crap, but then you go and blast all of his deeds all over the internet using the N-word, talking about how much of a great catch you are. If you were a good-ass woman, you wouldn't be presenting this kind of wretched behavior. You got the kind of man you deserved. But I must stress again, it's only wrong when you do it. If they do it, it's perfectly fine.
It's fair to say that most women hate being mansplained to, right?
Yes.
But you guys, there is this convention that might be taking this to a whole nother level. It's a convention in Orlando, Florida, which is a seminar. I know.
My
hometown. It's run by all men, which promises to, quote, make women great again.
Wow.
Yep. And according to the New York Post, wait for it, the seminar will have men teaching women to do things like how to land a husband, how to lose weight, how to pop out a bunch of kids. And get this, you guys, the cost of the seminar is $2,000.
Stop.
Yes.
Well, it says the world's ultimate event for women.
No, but it also says, with the trademark, make women great again for women. Already great. We're already great.
How you think you got here?
It's already known.
Let's be great.
Jeez. Do you think these women understand what the word hubris means? There is no better sign of a pathological woman than one who has to shout to everyone about how great she is. Anyone who is satisfied with the way they are is just telling you that they spend no time on self-improvement. As for the point on mansplaining, during my last video on The Real, I called out the double standards because Tamara Mori says she hates it when men play the victim card. It was so easy to find her playing the victim card that literally the first video I found while researching contained Tamara doing so. Based on what was said about the 22 convention, the cast of The Real doesn't like it when men explain to women what is attractive. Real nice, by the way. It shows that you and the women who watch your show have no intention of doing things that men want. But anyway, it was so easy to find examples of The Real cast women-splaining about how men should be that I had to stop watching videos because I ended up wasting time collecting too much content.
Men aren't just stubborn with the directions. They're stubborn in a lot of things.
Yes, they are.
Men have a really hard time saying I was wrong.
I'm sorry.
And I'm sorry.
Yes, they do.
I've never heard anything so dumb in my whole life. First of all, let me tell you something. A real man is not intimidated by a woman that doesn't need you.
I agree with you, Adrian. He actually isn't independent, he's codependent because his validation is based on women needing him. Boo, that's not a real man. That's a weak man.
I want to tap out men adjusting themselves. Do you guys catch that in public? What is that?
A lot of women nowadays say they want a nice guy, but do they really mean it? Look, somebody, yeah, we really mean it.
No, they don't.
Nice guys are boring, okay? I agree with this survey. They're predictable when they call you every day and they, how you doing? No, sometimes don't call me, okay?
If an idea is immoral, then it's immoral. If a woman says that it's wrong for a man to explain a woman's intentions or teach them how to be, then it's wrong for a woman to explain those things about a man. But as a group of feminists, The Real have never been about applying the same principles universally.
People, feminism means equality.
Yeah.
It does not mean that you are out there raging for women to be better than men, that you dress a certain way, or say that we're higher. No. When you're a man and you're a feminist, you say, I look at my partners and we're equal, and I want to pave the way so that you get treated just like us.
Actually, if wanting to pave the way for women to be treated just like men is the definition of feminism, then I have to say that I'm America's #1 feminist. I would love it if women were treated like men. That means if a woman hits you or throws things at you, knowing that society won't allow you to defend yourself, then you can hit her back just as if she was a man. That means no more gender quotas for company board members or affirmative action hires. That means women can't get out of a prison sentence by crying. Gosh, Jeannie, you've vastly changed my opinion of this show. I am all for women getting treated exactly like men. Because that's what this is all about, making sure the standards are universal. Otherwise, certain groups will always have an advantage and things will never be equal.
Up with women does not mean down with men.
Yes. Yes.
If you are a woman who wants to legislate equal pay and you don't want to work as many hours as men do, then the only way to get equal pay is to force men to work fewer hours or pay them less for their time. The only way to make a woman as strong as a man is to make the man weaker. If we are playing basketball and I'm a better player than you, then the only way you can make us equal is for you to handicap me. Do you really want that? Do you really want to hamstring our most productive people just so that you can feel equal?
They're probably also racist, homophobic, transphobic. You know what I mean? I feel like this is the gateway to the...
They're really scared of women. You know, that's the reason why we haven't had a female president yet. Look at all the other countries that have had female leaders. And the United States still has not had a female leader because you have a lot of men that are afraid of the power of women. Women are phenomenal.
Yes.
But we, as women, have to understand that.
Yes.
That's what Michelle Williams, the white Michelle Williams, was saying at the Golden Globes, is that women have to understand their power. They have to get out, they have to vote, they have to do what they need to do.
It's funny how Amanda can use ad hominems to attack the 22 convention, and then immediately after, Lonnie basically tells the audience, with Amanda's approval, that everyone should go out and vote women into power. Vote women into power just because they're women. It doesn't matter what their ideas are. Their character doesn't matter. Their past actions don't matter. As long as it's a woman versus a man, the woman should get the vote. This conversation thread started out by you guys saying that identity politics is bad, but then you immediately promote identity politics. So let's see what happens when I replace the word women with white men. Look at all the other countries that have had white male leaders. You have a lot of women out there who are afraid of the power of white men. If those two statements sound racist and sexist to you, then Lonnie's comment about men being too afraid to vote women into power is sexist. But I guess I'm the one who's wrong here, because these identity politics groups have been campaigning for the better part of a decade to make it look okay for them to be racist and sexist while making it completely unacceptable for other groups to do the exact same thing. Black people can't be racist because racism is prejudice plus power. Black people aren't in power, and black people can't be in power because of systemic racism, so black people can never be racist. These are mainstream leftist ideas. Have you ever heard a more demeaning statement that is frequently said about black people? To all my black listeners, these people have been calling you losers for years now. They are saying that you can't achieve power because you are black. They are not your friends. Someone would only promote a racist, demeaning idea like that if they wanted you to fail. Anyway, let's get back to the idea I started the video with. The purpose of my videos is to show everyone examples of good or bad behavior that are easy to spot. Just like when you learn a new skill, you are always going to start with the basics, and then later you can see those basics being applied in much more abstract and subtle ways. That's why in this video I've shown you examples of double standards that are very easy to identify. So on that point, people only like the government as long as it's doing the immoral things that those people like. I've heard plenty of people talk about how awful family courts are. And yeah, it's terrible that the government would force men by penalty of imprisonment to pay child support. I've seen those same people who hate family court say, you know what? We should ban soda because soda makes people fat. No, that's wrong. And it's wrong for the same reason that family court is wrong. Using the government to force people to do things is immoral. The government pointing guns at people for every little reason is immoral. You don't like paying property taxes for useless schools that just indoctrinate children? Well, then stop saying, we should use the government to do this. So ask yourself, do you actually want these problems to go away? Do you want men to stop getting screwed over in family court? Do you want men to stop getting screwed over everywhere else? Then start figuring out how to solve your problems without using force. And with that said, that'll be enough for this video. If you liked it, hit the like button, subscribe if you're new, comment, and share. If you would like to support this channel, then you can do so with PayPal, Patreon, or Subscribestar. All of those links are in the description and on my channel page. Last, if you haven't checked out my Bitchute channel, then that is also in the description and on my channel page. Otherwise, see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.